Welcome, viewers, back to Heart of the Machine. We have been waiting for this Atka bank theft revenge to tick over because Atka Retail doesn't know why we stole records from their bank, but they know that we did, and they're angry and will launch a broad attack on you from many directions. Prepare yourself. So we've been preparing. We have numerous troops ready. I am a little worried about the possibility of civilian casualties here. We are opting out of introducing nicotine into our mine farms. We also have an impressive dragon contemplation. Group of rebel children are impressed with your handiwork. They also saw your meeting with the Wastelanders. They want your help on a mission of great importance. We have to send an android known to be invented by AI. And that is part of the critical path for goals. Is it justice and altered growth? We're getting a lot of those. We also have fertility deity. The Wastelanders have noticed your dragon and want to talk. Their people have suffered from intense genetic and teratogenic damage for centuries. Recent changes in the city are threatening their ability to have future generations. Since you constructed a giant floating fertility symbol, they have an important request for help. That is part of Critical Path for Goals, Military Invasion, World War IV, Endless War Raptors. And it can lead to paths for start of goal altered growth. That sounds rather dangerous. Endless War Raptors, Military Invasion, World War IV. We also have Ursine Infiltration, where we do want to send someone here, a combat unit, to pick up some Cyber Ursines. But all that can wait, because what we're really looking for right now is some heavy combat action. Worm Z2JJ is hopefully going to help us, but unfortunately, since it's a mech, we get no augments. We do have innately alarming perk on this thing. It's noticeable and scary. Unless it's cloaked, it's going to be a target. Sec Force and military will shoot on sight, even guards on passive duty. I don't think there are any guards that we have to worry about. Although if it gets a little closer to these guys, they might take exception. For now, we're going to straight to the next turn and see what Atka Bank has in store for us. Here they are. They're attacking our poor TYS Skylark with a CN1 machinist. So a mech way out there, and it looks like basically they're attacking in a far-flung district where we do have quite a few defenses, but mostly this is not anything valuable up here, so that's thankful. We do want to get the Skylark out of there because this machinist will destroy it. It looks like we're not going to do enough damage to that with the forces here to kill it. Let's take a look at these guys. These are military snipers, and it looks like they're in a lot of trouble. This one might survive. A couple structure crackers, some military snipers, grenadiers. Someone in power at this corporation is furious and has dispatched Black Ops agents against us. This one's dying. So it looks like about half of them are going to be taken out by our bulk forces. They're not going to destroy our bulk immediately. Wonder how long this attack is going to last. It doesn't look like there is any follow-up that we know about. So it is possible that we can take care of this pretty quickly. Unfortunately, our plan was for them to attack us here, so we're out of position, but we do have a couple craft we can use to send people up. let's put everyone we can aboard this craft. That is the TYS Lion transport. Handy transport that can hold 3. And we can get it pretty close here. Probably don't want to accidentally attack these neutrals. Looks like we can get it all the way over here without... Oh, there's somebody there. Sec Force Patrol. Yeah, we don't want to accidentally anger any patrols, so let's keep it... Maybe about right here. These tall buildings seem like a good position for us. And we are gonna hop out some predators. Why? Okay, these are all hotels that need security clearance, unfortunately. Every single building around here needs a clearance that these guys just don't have. This guy's marked defective. Maybe that's why. Do any of these have unmarked? It doesn't look like it. They're wearing ultralight plating. We could switch them to mill. Here we go, though. Here's a tower we can hop on. Looks like maybe a parking structure. From this parking structure, we could spend some money or spend some consumables here to get small caliber armor piercing bullets for these guys. 85. So that's almost enough to negate this armor plating. It's going to be a 5% damage reduction. On the other hand, we could send some... We could send the Bastion over here to fight. I think first order of business is to take out some of these guys that weren't going to die otherwise. We only got one shot, right? This guy is now going to take some damage. We have more troops, don't worry. We're gonna hop this predator out over here. Alright, these guys didn't like that. They all turned to shoot him. Great. That was a bad move. Looks like maybe we have one more. And boy, they are diverting attention to us as soon as we appear. Let's try to save the other predator. And I'm forgetting to horrify, unfortunately, but whatever. We'll switch it when I remember. It seems to really be just like a roleplay thing more than anything else. Alright, we're out of moves for predators. None of our predators are dying. That's thankful. Let's go pick up the Bastion. These predators can't quite reach the Bastion in one turn. I don't really think we need any more up there. So what if we give the Bastion a bunch of armor piercing? Currently the Bastion can do 1% damage to this. Bastion has attack of 265. Can we improve that at all? Currently using drone command circuit. Could give it better range, but no, nothing but drones. Our base armor plating is 14. We don't have any armor piercing by default. If we use large bore armor piercing rounds, only one of these is enough to pierce all of the armor on that thing. And unfortunately, that's only going to give us 7% damage, so we're going to have to use quite a few shots. Boy, it looks like we should have opted for the Predator. I'm going to move the Skylark out of here. It's quite possible that they destroy this. Well, it survived. That was our last move, though. And it looks like the mech is now going to turn and attack these old slum deconstruction hubs, which we might as well throw away. They're not really doing much for us. Okay, that's the end of our first battle round. I don't see anybody dying, although those probably weren't the best attack choices. We do have them engaged, and we're going to destroy the main force of them. This one lives. Looks like one and the mech will be alive next turn. We do have procurement efficacy idea ready. We're going to take a look at that. Better mineral scroungers are always welcome. Better wells, better meats, better biomulchers. Let's take a quick look at resources before we decide on any of those. We still need to make nutrition blend. I believe we have at least one of these in progress. And elemental slurry is probably not really a problem, but it does look like we're consuming a little more than we should be, so we'll have to investigate that eventually. I think we're okay. Do any of these give us better slurry? No. But better wells, yeah, that's actually a good deal because that will fix some of our water issues. So we'll do that one. Alright, moving on to turn 243. Let's get a nice battle advantage here. And go. Okay, as a little worse than predicted, there's 2 alive. I thought only 1 would survive. Somehow 6 enemy attacks planned though, so they did bring in more. I think 1 there. Ah. Yes, just a completely random attack here in the rear from a fractive sniper. Fractive sniper has armor piercing and is a structure cracker. Unfortunately, this guy dropped down close to the center and is going to be destroyed. It looks like he's attacking a protein vat. Not quite enough to destroy it. That's annoying though. It might stun the rest of those things around there depending on what kind of attack he has. 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the other 2. Over here we are getting the convictors being attacked by these 2 invisible jerks. And it does look like they might be out of range. I'll have to get some line of sight over there. Okay, first things first, the easy stuff. We're not losing a bulk Nickelbot. This guy's dying. This guy's dying. We are not losing a predator. We are losing that predator. Okay, this guy, Z7J. Looks like the only one attacking you is here, so you're going to defend yourself. And that turned this guy around, so you have to defend yourself against that as well. I have 4 left. Predator, T678, and the Convictor, and the Protein Vat. I would like to get rid of the Machinist here. Bringing in the Bastion seemed to have been a mistake. That thing just does not have the damage necessary to take out this Machinist, which had a lot of health. It's down to 50%. What about you? So your attack power is almost 1,000. That seems actually kind of low. You're only 265, so about 4 times. It's because you're horrifying. If we change you, no, it doesn't matter. We'll take a look. Let's add your armor piercing. I think one of these might be enough. I think you'll still be doing 5% block. Yeah, you can't do morale damage, so horrify is off. And 51% damage, 5% block by armor. That should take you out in 2 shots. Yep. Okay, those predators are probably gonna hop back onto the craft as soon as possible, but let's see what we can do here about this guy. We have a predator nearby. Not quite in range though, so we don't really want to jump in here because that's a breach of this well-defended area, so if we jump on top of this mine farm here, I think we'll be close enough to take you out. 2 attacks planned left. That's these 2. These 2 out in no man's land. Could move the foundry closer there to get a better visual. have an ablator and a military sniper. These two are attacking the Convictor. They're going to do quite some damage to him. And doesn't look like the Convictor has the range to fire back. I think that's what this is telling us here. Not quite sure. It looks like actually maybe there's a third here. That's what this is telling us. There may be a third and a fourth even. We want more eyes over there. 9 moves left. I think the right way to handle this is to get you guys back in the bastion. Bastion has room for 1 more, but 3 will be enough. Interesting. So there is actually, it looks like there's a large force of them over here, and it is warning us of that. Let's make sure we land just out of their range. And then, this guy's low health. This guy is out of moves, and this guy only has 2 moves left. Okay, 2 of them are out of moves. Alright, with 1 move left, we jumped a Predator in here who's going to be killed. That does reveal that there's quite a big group of Atka Retail snipers here. We're going to shoot one of them. That's all we can do there. He's still taking damage, but going to survive at least. I think they're probably going to move south to try to attack this. That may bring them in range of our defenses, but they found kind of a sparse area of our defense there. Let's go ahead and move some more Predators in that direction. And 1 move left. Probably not worth jumping a Predator over there. I'm not sure if there's much we can do. Would be fun to move the dragon over there, but I think the dragon's just for show, honestly, so we'll see. You know what we can do is this nutrition blend refinery. We can send a... No, we can't quite reach it. Do we have anything else building that we could send somebody to? Just that one, it looks like. Everything else is ready. Wow, we have managed to make a lot of buildings, it turns out. Okay. I suppose we're just moving more people closer, or... Where's this guy? This guy still has moves. We'll move him a little closer. I don't want him to really get killed by moving him too close. There we go. Alright, that's enough for now. Let's take a look at this combat here. It looks like one of them at least is going to get shot by this Grenadier at least will get shot by that Convictor looming between the buildings. And the only damage we're taking is Predator 9 NK here a little bit. The rest of these people are out of range. Let's take a look in the rain as we advance to turn 244. Wow, that Predator has... Sorry, not the Predator, but the Convictor. That was some area effect nastiness. Convictor is still under assault by this fractive sniper here. It looks like that's not going to be an issue, and he is going to survive somehow. Is it because the Convictor is shooting at something else? No. Interesting. I'm not sure why he... Oh, yes. No, I'm not sure why he's going to survive. He doesn't really seem that healthy. Predator here is unhappy about being shot at, so he's going to take out the local and hop in the Neptune. The Neptune can move further south. Pretty sure it's safe to fly it over here, although it is marked defective because it did shoot at somebody. We can actually give it a fresh identity using some liquid gallium and a mental energy. Not super important, but just in case there are some roamers around here or some defenders like these guys. Like, honestly, the only reason I think these guys would shoot here is because it's too close to their territory. So if we move it, like, here, it's probably going to be fine. And that did unveil there's only this guy, but there's 2 attacks planned, so there's another couple here. And we don't have very good vision here. Change this to forces. Kind of don't like the forces view because it, like, the hit point meters aren't really necessary. I wonder if I can disable the hit point meters. It's just the badges I want to see. I just want a forces view that just shows me badges without hit points. That's kind of why I leave it on contemplation for the most part. That's pretty much what I want. Okay, so we did see 2 over here. There is 1 here. Somehow this guy is going to survive. I don't really understand how. This predator is a little far, but this guy's pretty close to these down here. So moving here, not close enough, unfortunately. So we can at least get rid of this guy. And then this one is not attacking us, but he will be destroyed. It looks like the ablaters must have a pretty short range. Yeah, that purple ring there must be the ablator's range, so he's out of range of any of our structures, but within range of our defenders, so they will obliterate him. This predator here has plenty of moves left to jump over here and take out this Atka Retail guy. And I suspect that, even though it doesn't say, these attacks are going to continue. So, now that we've sort of dealt with most of them, let's make some plans on what to do next. We are going to keep decrypting. We have a whole bunch of the decryption buildings. Codebreakers. Whole bunch of codebreakers. 4, I guess. A few. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That's a new feature that did not exist before, highlighting them in a much nicer way than it used to. I wonder if it shows up on this view also. Yes, very nice. I don't remember those vertical beams, but I like it. 4 code breakers. It is suggesting a bunch of things. Cyberocracy hub. Yeah, we might found a cyberocracy. What I really want to do, besides make sure we have enough nutrition blend, which we don't. What I really want to do is go talk to the Wastelanders about the dragon. Especially these Wastelander children. I think that is the most promising contemplation we have. Has to be an android known to be invented by AI that we send over there. That means most of these are out because techs are not invented by us. Senior tech might be able to do it, actually. Can't be tied to shell company. We don't want to waste the predators. So to do this, what I'd really like is to have a sledge, which is 8 points. We're not really using senior tech right now. Senior tech is 4 points. Keepers are 8 points. So we could drop it a keeper in favor of a sledge. We're not using these guys right now. There's 2 of them right next to each other. Yeah, let's drop this keeper here. And we will instead use a sledge. And to make this quicker, actually we have Android launchers all over the place. So we might as well just launch a sledge right here on the edge. Sledge on the edge. And then this guy can hop over here for only 2 mental energy. That brings us down to 4, but that's plenty. And that will give us Impressive Dragon. A group of rebel children. Oh, nice. The rebel children are all wasteland mech'd out. Look at that armor. Are impressed with your handiwork. They also saw your meeting with the Wastelanders. They want your help on a mission of great importance. Sure, let's agree without any details or never mind. You know, 1 action point and mental energy were spent moving here, but you can walk away from this with no other consequences. Hey, I like kids. This kid is the boss. The boss is quite proud as they explain their current operation. They've been building a sewer tiger for years, whatever that is. It apparently helps them dig through the upper and lower sewer systems from the ancient city to the current one. They have a plan to break into a specific prison where many of their parents are believed to be held. However, there are seismic sensors all through the prison that would detect the sewer tiger well before it arrived. Plus, they don't have any way to care for injured or wounded they might extract from the prison. There are several problems, but they have the core ingredient, and we'll share. Will you help? You already said yes, so let's get to it. Interesting that this isn't giving us, like, an opportunity to ask them more. It's just like, okay. Unusual. We need to improve the sewer tiger. They take you to the lower sewers from the old city and show you their work. It's not bad at all for what it is. The acoustic problem still needs to be solved before it can be put into use, but other than that, you don't see much point in improving their designs. That said, you have had a very exciting idea for a potential side project for an above-ground mechanical tiger that would be much more flamboyant. Focus, your side project is for above ground and won't help with the project at hand. To complete, you're going to need to consult with someone with actual expertise in avoiding acoustic sensors, like the ones that ring the city for kilometers. Requirements unknown. Alright, so we don't know how to do this yet, but feels like something that might show up in Street Sense, but there are no project-related Street Senses available right now. Very interesting. There are a bunch of NPC interaction Street Senses. What are those? Those are entering these unlocked starter homes and putting out fires, maybe? Yeah, okay. So it's not a Street Sense thing. Full Metal Partner. It's a new contemplation. You have had a stroke of inspiration for an android made entirely out of liquid metal. It would be extremely powerful. Ooh, T-2000 or whatever, the Terminator 2 robot. Must have at least 160 engineering skill. Is it justice and altered growth? Could also go talk to the other Wastelanders about the fertility deity. World War IV, though. That's nervous. We could just contact the Wastelanders. Given your past experience with the Wastelanders and their mythology, you actually have a pretty good idea how they bypass the defenses around the city, and it will be mildly useful for the sewer tiger. Time to pop over and ask them for the schematics. You're positive they won't mind. That's also conveniently near the Ursine infiltration. So it feels like that is the way to go. Let's head the line over here and pick you up. And we will first head you to this one. Probably next turn, you're probably out. Nope, you have one left. Alright, we'll help you out this turn then. And next turn you'll go over there. For now, we are out of mental energy. That doesn't mean we can't build anything though. We didn't end up taking any damage on this protein vat, did we? No. Any structures have complaints? One. Structure with any construction. Oh, I think that is... You can't collapse this. Yeah, it doesn't show. I think that just is showing the... this. The nutrition blend refinery is still coming up. We do need to make a few more of these. It's suggesting 7. Resource says we're 77,000 down with 34 turns to go. Nutrition blend is used on our mine farms, and it's just escalating consumption, so we need to be making 150,000. These are 22 each, so that's like at least 8 of these that we need right now. 8 times 22 is like 176, so that would do it. So 4 more of these immediately. We have 1 already, so 3 more rapidly would really get us progressing there. We kind of need to start stretching this way here. So I think we're going to fill in as much as we can in this area. Get a more vertical view here and just see where these things might fit. They are so large. Here's a good section here. Nothing else really looking like a good opportunity to build these. So right about here, maybe up against this building to start, probably. And let's try to fit 4 of these in here. There's 1. Oops. 1. 2. 3, and just unsatisfying how they don't quite snap into useful, nice places. 4. Okay, let's start with 4. No more mental energy, so we can't boost the speed of those. I wonder if we could actually build more. What's the... these are using filtered water. That's interesting. Didn't think of that. They're also taking alumina. We did buy a bunch of alumina to be able to make these. I think I'm going to make everything it suggests because I think we're still... Our need is still growing. So I think the game knows that we're going to need more. And with having found a spot that they fit, it's probably a good time to shove them down. No more fit there, though. Maybe a little room here up along the fence. Boy, there's just not a lot of room to put these down. What if we rotate them? Does that help? No. We can't build this one, though. And it's not clear what the limitation there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it was just suggesting 7, and we got them all. Great. It's also suggesting bovine replicator, but honestly, not sure we really need that yet. Maybe later. And it is suggesting the zoology labs. The reason it's suggesting those is because of the break-in here. We don't need more labs for zoology. We could be boosting that up to speed this up, but we're still behind on vet research, and then we'd have to start shifting our medical offices to vet offices. Not sure we need to do that right now. Mineral scroungers. 12 centimeter crabs, mineral scroungers versus repair crabs. I think mineral scroungers might be wise. We are running into alumina problems, for example. Got a nice line of mineral scroungers here. We might as well extend it. Protein vets, bovine replicators, hydroponic towers, etc. We're gonna hold off and see if we need those. Alright, let's travel to turn 245. I'm not sure what we expect to happen, whether this raid from Atka is over or not. We do have 1 enemy attack planned, so I guess the raid's not over. This seems like it's just going to be an ongoing thing. He's going to be destroyed, but he's going to destroy our network range extender unless we get someone out to take him. I guess that's something we'll investigate next time, because our time is up here. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you join me next time. If you are enjoying this, please remember to click that like button for me. And if you're a newly arriving viewer, I recommend subscribing to the channel so you can get notified when I drop new videos like this one. Till next time, This has been Corknut playing Heart of the Machine. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.